What's good, everybody? I want to say we back like four flats on the Cadillac, but this is our world premiere, Straight Lace Podcast. I'm Poindexter, and I am in the studio with.
Bill Fatah Muhammad Shabazz.
Yeah, my name is Dominic. I ain't got no fancy title like that.
And the premise of our podcast, show here, if you haven't gathered, revolves around the sneaker culture and our love for sneakers. I think let's go ahead and jump into it. El, you want to go ahead and let's talk about how we got into this. I guess what brought us together in about our love for sneakers.
We jump straight in. For me, I think my love goes back. I don't even remember where it started. I was a kid. Y'all remember Strait, right? Shoe store?
Yes.
And they had the zips. Y'all remember the zips?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The zip with the big Z on it. So I was a shorty, and that's what I wanted. I saw the commercial. Kids had the zips. You put the Z in the dirt and make you run fast. So I figured if I get the zips, I could run fast. So that was the first shoe that I had to cop that I actually got. Then y'all remember the NBA shoes? It was just like NBA. I don't know what the fuck they was, man. But it was NBA.
No.
And it had the Jerry West logo on them and whatnot. So I had a pair of those. I can't remember if they came before or after the zips. But so at that point, I was always in love with kicks. But what made me really jump into the shoe game was one summer we used to get the fat lace shoes, but we didn't get Pumas. My guy got some Payless shoes. So we then he came back on the block and he had the fat laces in them. And I said, damn, I need some of them joints. So I went to Payless. They were the Eagles. So I went and got me a pair, right? And not knowing that, I guess they looked like Jordans.
Mm.
So the kids on the block would be like, you got on the Jordans. I'm like, they used to Payless. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm looking. Now, when I say Jordans, they weren't, it wasn't like the obvious colors, the red, black, and white, Chicago or the Breads. They were like white and they were metallic blue. The Payless logo on it.
Jordan adjacent.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The Air Imagination. So I copped them, but then getting ready to go back, that was over the summer. So I was getting ready to go back to school, and I was like, man, I need to get a pair of these Jordans that everybody keeps talking about. So we went school shopping, and I remember going to Athlete's Foot, and they had the life-size cutout poster of Jordan. I said, oh, these are what the kids are talking about, So moms luckily copped them for me, except they were Sky Jordans.
Okay, yeah, I remember those.
My foot was small.
Yeah.
They weren't Airs. They were little Sky Jordans. But I copped a pair of the Chicago's. And it was on like popcorn after that, Jack.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Dominic, why don't you go double dutch and hop in here?
Man, I'm like, y'all, man, we ain't have it like that. So any pair of shoe I can get, I try to sit back here and make sure I rock them right.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom's, man, she was always like smart when it came to buying and shopping stuff. So one day she was like, man, we about to go shoe shopping. And she took me to JL Marcus. And I was like, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And it was some lottos, man. I remember them bad boys.
Lottos, yeah.
They had like an ace of spade on there, queen, and all this other stuff on there. And she was like, man, look, I'm going to tell you right now, do not buy these shoes. Do not get these shoes.
Who told you this?
My mama did.
Okay,
and I was like in the 6th grade because they was JL Marcus. She was like, they gonna talk about you, son.
Gotcha. Okay.
She was like, they gonna talk about you.
Okay.
And I was like, man, no, they not. These shoes is fresh, which they was fresh to me.
Yeah.
She was
Lotto.
like, look, right.
Yeah, Lottos.
Right. But she was like, look, get these yellow. They was white, yellow, and black Converse high top. They was dope too. And she was like,
weapons? No, you said, can I get weapons?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Sound like weapon colorway.
And she was like, man, look, these shoes are not only sold here, they showed up in Capitol Court too. You remember Capitol Court?
Yeah.
So she was like, Cat can't really rib you with these because they sold in 2 places. So if somebody said you got them from Marcus, you be like, no, I got them from here. Because I don't know about y'all, but my school, Samuel Clemens, was rough.
Okay.
We getting ribbed on if you ain't got no good kicks.
Yeah.
And so I didn't take her advice, man. I went and got the lottos.
Okay.
Right? Man, went and busted them out the next day.
They
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh.
What are those?
Man, they was shooting, man. So I'm sitting there arguing with them like, man, I ain't get these from Marcus, man. I swear to you, I ain't get it from Marcus. I got it from over there. They was like, where? I said, I don't know, some store up in Wichita. They was like, no, you didn't, man. You got it from Marcus. So, you know, the first day was rough, but I was cool.
Yeah.
Next day, man, small nappy head Negro, Marcus jail, Marcus newspaper, the paper,
Oh.
right? Dude, bust the paper. I was like, these them right there. I was like, I ain't getting it from there, man. I don't know where you got this paper from. But anywho, man, you know, it was, you know, as a child, I couldn't like really get what I wanted to get until I had my own money.
Yeah.
So in high school, my junior, senior year, I started copping. But I wasn't into it until I got older.
Mm-hmm.
So it was this one young lady, man, 2014, she had a whole bunch of pair of shoes, and she was like, man, look, if you want to get your sneaker game up, she was like, I can show you how. And I was like, all right, cool. So we started going certain spots, hitting certain outlets. And sometimes we just walk up in finish line when it was downtown at the mall, right?
Yeah.
At the Grand. She was like, bro, look at these. Like, they $75. Air Max boots. Go hard. Ain't nobody rocking these. And so I was like, cool. And then ever since then, I started building it up. And yeah, man, that's been my quest. Also as a teacher, because every Friday, you know, we dressed down.
Okay.
I don't know about y'all, man, but them kids be rough, man. Them goon squad.
Oh yeah.
So you gotta come in and represent.
You got to.
And so I come in and represent. And that's how I was getting, you know, my little street cred from them. Like, dog, stay busting. He stay with something fresh on every Friday.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I wrote all that into one, and man, I just been rocking ever since. So, Chris, tell us about your story. Tell us about your story.
Well, first thing, two things for our out of town listeners and everything. J.L. Marcus. I don't know if every state has J.L. Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say that was a spot people they call it lower income. Is that politically correct and everything like that? So
a discount store.
Store, yeah. And sometimes you might luck up and they might actually get something in that was, you know, worth something every now and then. And two, I mean, I would cop me a pair of Lottos today.
Yeah,
I want to give me a pair of Lottos, and I need to give me a pair of Diodoras.
I was just about to say that. Diodoras.
Man, I don't know if that's aging us or anything, but they probably can tell by the gray. Anyways, but I guess my story starts a little something like this. Really didn't have the funds growing up for the shoes and everything. And I remember one school year that I was going out for a pair of shoes. And it's kind of like what Elle said. I wanted the Jordans. I saw the friends had them. Moms took me to Kenny shoes. Man, and if y'all remember,
your imagination.
And man, it was like a actual check mark instead of the Nike and everything, and had me a pair of those. And you know, really not until like high school did I really start getting into shoes. I got my own job and everything, and was able to. But mine really kicked off over the pandemic, and once I got some grown folks money and everything, and that's just how it's kind of started. I know Elle mentioned. I mean, I think I've grown up a little bit when it came to my.
You have, man. Man, come a long way.
See?
I remember Fam showed up to the basketball game with some
Fam.
Okay.
No, go ahead. No. I want him to tell it, but I want your opinion on this. Well, go ahead.
He had some Dookies on.
Right.
Those you are that don't know, Air Force Ones.
Right.
But he cut the grass in them, so they're grass stained Dookies.
Damn, I had my hoop shoes, right? You know, you just like you heading out the house, you just slide some on and everything like that, heading to the court to go hoop. I had my hooping shoes, man. So people really didn't say much, and we had this one group allegedly on Facebook.
Pictures
circulated. Man. You know, stuff like that. Now I just didn't know. I'm like, dude,
You don't do
I
that.
didn't know you had to have like.
That's violation of like.
How is that? Dude,
No, you
I'm going to go
can't
work
show-
out. Like,
you can't know, man.
Did you hoop in the Dookies?
no, I think
that's really violation.
no, I had some other. I forget. Was my up tempos or something? I had something else hooping, but dude. This was just something. It's like cats can't even just slide out the house, like to go pump gas or something like that. They got to get new shoes on just to pump. So,
Can let me ask you, would you do it now?
no.
Okay.
No, I mean it's a little different because I know. I guess that's if one thing I might have caved to peer pressure. What is it? You know better, you do better, or something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, that's kind of like how it was. But yeah, it was about high school for me, and like I said, over the pandemic. So
you know what? But the pandemic jumped off a lot of people's shoe. Well, I'm not gonna say a lot of people, but it gave it inflated the shoe game a lot. You know what I mean? Because people were sitting at home. You had that extra money. Because at that point, shit, I think I was buying multiple pairs a month.
man,
During the pandemic, I ain't had to buy no lunch.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
don't have to drive, no lunch, no nothing.
Lunch, so extra money was shoe money.
Right.
But that's also when the shit got out of control.
Right.
As far as the prices, the resale market. You know, because I remember, which I should have done, I should have grabbed some 85 ones, OGs back then. Cause a lot of them you could catch for a little under 1,000 at that time. And then right around the time The Last Dance came out, that was it. That was an explosion. You go back now, you're looking at 2,500. You know what I'm saying? For a new one from 85. So yeah, everything got inflated. Even general releases going for like 300-400 on GOAT.
But it made it easier too. Like, you know what I'm saying? All you had to do was go on the websites now and just click. They send it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Easy.
Remember back in the days before the pandemic, you could do either or, but the mass majority of us would go to the mall, or the shoe store, and grab them. You know what I'm saying? Because you could try them, look at them, see if you can match something with them in there. That's what I did. Like, hey, just go with this, just go with that. Buy them, boom, bada boom, bada bing. I ain't gotta wait. You know, but like you said, the pandemic just made it a lot easier and accessible.
And before the pandemic, I was hitting on everything on Foot Locker. You know what I mean? I put my little reservation in, and I'm hitting somewhere. Man, once people start staying at home, I was missing out on everything.
And speaking, okay, so the pandemic, since we went down there and we talked about prices and everything like that, what effect has the resellers, is that when the resellers really start affecting, let's say, the market of sneakers, and where is it at as of right now? What's your thoughts?
I think it goes up and down. So I wouldn't say the pandemic was really the birth of the reseller or their effects. Because I remember, early 2000s, resellers was affecting shit. That's when you primarily had to get your shit off eBay.
All right.
Back then. So resellers always kind of affected things. I just think during the pandemic, everybody became a reseller.
Yeah.
You know, and back then, resellers kind of just only purchased shoes they knew were gonna sell out. But around the pandemic, they started buying everything. Everything.
What's your thoughts on it?
I think that, man, you know, the hottest shoe that comes out, they already know, yo, this gonna sell. You know what I'm saying? So let me grab a whole bunch of them and just, you know, make my money back. Cause we gonna go get them. You know what I'm saying? The Breeze Reimagined, bro. You know how many folks were sitting back there waiting for them?
It's waiting for those.
Waiting for them, man. And it wasn't until, you know, our group chat, you was like, bro, they down. They 2 something right now. I said, what? Boom, 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 boom. When it got on it. You know what I'm saying? But as a reseller, bro, if you grab like 10, 15 pair of those right now, and right now they done went back up to 328.
Ever since the 17th.
Right.
Sure did.
So as a reseller, you can sell them, you know, for 500 if you want to. And then you wait till November, December, you really can make your money then. Because then it's a high commodity. Yeah. So I think they didn't hurt the game. They just chose a direction and they prophesied off of it, man. So can't really knock them for that.
So I think it's frustrating, especially when you see, you know, we're trying to get them and we catching them L's. And then I remember during the pandemic, it was some cats actually locally here. They were known around the city, young cats,
I remember
and they in their living room, man, just boxes and boxes of shoes, and you just sitting here. We love it. We're not looking to resell or anything
Right.
like that. And you like, that's my sneaker right there in his living room, and I sat here and caught the L. And to me, it goes. So okay, let's just say a shoe sells for 200. Like, I have principle too. Like, so I'm just not about to pay really unless it's something I really want. 400 for a shoe. Me personally, I'm just not doing it. And so from that standpoint, those are the individuals that really have ticked me off. And I'm a big believer. I buy the shoes that I like, not because nobody else.
I'm only buying what I like.
Right. And those cats, they making it hard, and it's crazy. And then you start. We also heard the story about, was that the Nike executive, his son, or whatever like that, had that warehouse of shoes and everything like that, reselling.
Right.
Man, it's just real crazy. So out there,
I think for me, the beef comes from, we've been doing this for years. So, it's difficult when you see people that don't really have a love for the culture.
Right.
They just hop in and try to make a quick buck. So you got to weather that storm, because you'll be here still while they're going on to the next selling Stanley Cups or whatever the hell they're selling.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they're going to keep moving. But you got to weather that storm for the most part. It's difficult at times, but I'm glad it's starting to even back out now. Outside of shit like your bread on fours, it's pretty much evening out. You can pretty much get whatever you want. And if you do have to go the GOAT route, StockX route, it's not too much over retail.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about the adage that I've been hearing around, and this kind of comes, I don't know if the resellers also too. I don't know if we just going hard on resellers today, or I am. That if a shoe is sitting on on the shelf, it's basically a flop.
I think it's a flop for them. You know what I mean? Because they can't buy it. I mean, I'm not gonna say they can't buy it, but they can't make any money off of it.
Right.
So that's where the flop comes in from their standpoint. But from our perspective, man, there's been plenty times growing up I didn't have to I didn't have to buy the Jordans the first day they came out. You know what I mean? I could wait. I could save my money and go to Foot Locker 2 weeks later and cop my size. It's just what it was. So that's how it should be. You should be able to go to a store, try on a shoe, see if you like it, and as opposed to, I gotta hurry up and just buy it, because if I wait till 9:01, they're gonna sell out.
Yeah, I think, man, personally, it's like the market is so oversaturated that, I don't know if I want to get these right now, because next week it might be something fresher than these. So I wouldn't call it a flop. I just be like, some people probably look at it and be like, man, I saw the new releases that's coming out. I'm going to pass on these and get some maybe in 2 weeks that I really like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And also, if you look at it, I mean, Nike rarely take L's when it comes to the shoe game, because what they going to do, what they don't sell, they just going to drop the price on it and somebody going to grab it. You know what I'm saying? So it could be considered a flop for the release. I mean, it wasn't favorable, in the way they were trying to make a profit, but they still gonna make their money for it. The market is just too oversaturated right now. Like, if we didn't get the Breeze this month, we can wait till the military force come out. You know what I'm saying? It's all on you picking your poison, basically.
But I think Nike kind of I'm sorry, you about to go, Chris?
Go ahead.
I think Nike I think they are feeling to a certain degree, but not just Nike, but I think shoe culture in general. As far as, I think during the during the COVID, they probably pumped up their sales, their projections, and now they're not meeting that. So now they got to lay off folks, and now shoes are sitting on the shelf, closing stores, this, that, and the third. So I feel like at that point, to them, I think they're feeling like, okay, the shit has changed a little bit. This is not 2019. This is not 2020, where we could just throw out anything in the sales. I think they're going to have to really focus on what they plan on manufacturing from here on out. You know what I mean? Like more OG colorways as opposed to just some bullshit that they throw out there and they know that we're gonna buy it.
Right.
So I know you said like if you didn't get the reimagined fours, that you still have the military blues that are coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Which, so to me, the reimagines are more classic than the militaries.
No, I like them. I always like the military. I like the military since I was a kid, man.
Yeah.
I've been in love with them because them was like the All-Star Game shoes that he would come out with. He released 2 pair for the All-Star Game, and that was just a shoe that always blew my mind.
The military dropped a little later. For the All-Star, I think it was the whites and the blacks.
Them was the first ones. The white and black ones was the first ones. Like when we started school, y'all had them.
No, both them joints dropped All-Star weekend.
Did they? I don't remember
the 4s and the 3s. Yeah, but because over the summer the red and black colorway would drop, and then back to school would be your blue colorway. So that's where your true blue 3s or your military blues came out. But yeah, I think I would go with the military blues over the Reds. How about you? What you think?
So I'm still younger in the game to you guys, compared to you guys. So I'm doing a lot of catching up when it comes to just a lot of the OGs.
Mm-hmm.
And but for me, even looking at the 4s, what was that, Nubuck that was on the originals?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's just something about that leather that looks just look mean to me, and it's like clean, like you throw that on. Like I always say, like the military, like that blue or whatever, like that. I always call it like an outfit shoe or something like that. Okay. I with those with those the reimagined 4s, I feel like you can toss it pretty much with anything, and it almost clean up your whole outfit. You toss those on. I don't wear the shoe wear me or something like that. Right. No, but something like that. But I think I think we all have different unique perspectives on it as far as for where we are in our shoe journey. Let's just say that. And a lot of things, like the premise, like what I like too, especially like with shoes, I like get the thrill of the hunt for me. That's what it like gets me going.
Yeah, it ain't hunting no more, man. You're on your web page. Hunting used to be back in the day when you had to go from Playmakers to
Foot Locker,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? To Bouchard's, looking, hoping you find your shit. Warehouse shoes. I remember Warehouse shoes. Yeah. They used to sell at George.
Y'all make me feel like a millennial or something like that.
They talk about shoe hunting on going from GOAT to whatever, Shoe Palace and that.
Thumb scrolling and everything like that.
That ain't hunting, man.
But the hunt is, for me, is finding them, getting them at the price that make me feel good.
Yeah.
Or sometimes when you get them like below.
Okay.
Too. So that's always nice because, man, it's not a better feeling than getting that retail or below at times.
Yeah, that's cool.
But I feel like there's some sneakers that you just know they're not gonna come back out.
Right.
And you're not gonna get them like those Tim Duncan foam posits. You remember those?
You're gonna see those.
I just saw a pair the other day. They was like $5 something. I was like thinking hard because that's, even though I just said I find it hard spending over, but it's not because someone else drove that price up. It's because it's like a classic car.
Yeah. You pay what you want to pay for it,
right?
And what you feel is worth is what you pay. Because I have plenty of shoes in my collection I done dropped over retail for, and like fuck it, I want them. But for me, lately, like last 2 or 3 years, I've been really narrowing down my shoe purchase. I got like a number of maybe like 10 a year I try to stick to. So that way, to the average person, that's a lot. But, the shoe heads, 10 a year, that ain't shit. I have some people I follow, man, they seem to get 2 or 3 pairs every month, if not more. I'm like, God damn, y'all can't keep up with y'all cats no more, man. But so with only 10 a year, sometimes I feel I can actually go over retail price for a few of them.
So this past year, you didn't stick to that 10 though, did you? Is that your new goal for 24?
Yeah. Last year I ain't stick to it.
Okay.
I ain't stick to it.
What about you? Would you
Man,
think?
it's just how I'm feeling, man. Sometimes I can go on a string and buy like 5 or 6 in a month. It's just like if I'm feeling the shoes, I'm feeling like the LeBron's 19s.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
I saw them, I was like, and Nike kept on hitting like, hey
Yeah.
yo, you know, these was 100 or 200 or something. Now they $85.
Yeah.
I don't trip.
I cleaned
I'm
up
messing
on
with
those.
you. Yeah, I'm messing with you. So and then sometimes I just be like, you know, man, I done overspent already, you know what I'm saying, last month. So let me chill out. Let me
Chill out
cool
for a
my
minute.
heels, you know what I'm saying? And then sometimes I just be like, I need to treat myself, you know, because I'm a sneakerhead. I like them. Because I was gonna wait a minute to get those breeze, but then when I saw the price, I was like, I can't wait. I gotta hop on it because you know I never seen nothing that low during that time because they was what 287, and at that time the average price was like
About
328.
310.
Yep,
Yeah.
328, 350.
Yeah.
So when I saw the price, I was like, let me hop on it. So I'm a fan of the fours too, so I like them. But
You plan on getting any more fours this year?
I want to get the military fours.
Okay.
When they come out, it's another pair that come out too. I forgot what the name of them are.
Okay.
But yeah, I plan on getting
I think the
2 more.
military to be the only other fours I get this year. I think.
Yeah, I know they got the reverse Oreos coming out,
Yeah.
and I saw those, but I was like, I don't know.
I like the Oreos.
Yeah, I do. I like the red ones too.
Do you have pair of Oreos?
The originals, the black and gray ones. I have a pair of those.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Let's let's jump into the state of the sneaker, I guess, culture, kind of like the State of the Union. I'm breaking down for you people out there, but the state, like where we're at, or like right now, we've kind of gone over, bringing forward from COVID until now, and talking about the resellers and obviously where we began at. How do you guys feel about the industry? I know you talked about that you felt like the sneaker industry is kind of, is it stagnant, or is that just a particular brand? What is that?
I think it's stagnant to the point of actually company sales. Like I said, Nike probably feels it's stagnant. Some of the resellers feel it's stagnant because they're saying shit is flopping. But I think the culture itself is just strong as ever. Excuse me. I think it's just strong. Shoe culture ain't going nowhere, man. It's been around before Jordans. You know what I mean? We were just talking about Pumas and shit like that. So shoe culture, as long as hip hop going, we're gonna have a shoe culture for the most part. Now I do think brands need to give us shoes that we actually want.
Right.
Stop giving us. I mean, I understand to a certain degree. There's only so many OGs for Nike and Jordan. There's only so many OGs to go around, so I understand that. But some of these colorways just not moving the people no more, man. So that shit is gonna sit. You're gonna see them at outlets. You're gonna see them at TJ Maxx and Marshalls and shit like that, man. Because nobody want those colors.
Yeah.
What y'all think?
I agree. I also think the price point sometimes has to do.
Getting ridiculous.
Yeah, they're getting ridiculous. So you like when you look at the Panda Dunks, you like, oh, that's shoe is meh. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But they oversaturated so much that people like, bro, we don't even want these no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they cool, like for the time being, but you keep on re-releasing them, then you try to make the high tops, and you try to make them in the different
But that might be kind of smart, kinda. Cause think about like Dookies.
Yeah.
Every year you're gonna get multiple shipments of all whites.
Right.
You're gonna get multiple shipments of all blacks. And then the other colors come and go.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I know Jordan's doing that with a few of the 85 lows. They're gonna constantly supposed to keep restocking them, like the Pandas. So I think that's kind of smart, but it has to be a shoe that the masses want for one. But other than that, some of these other shoes, man, they gotta give us some colors we actually give a fuck about, man.
Yeah, I think you have to make it more exclusive. You know what I'm saying? Make somebody like see the shoe and they hunger for it. Like, oh yeah, man, I want these because I know ain't that many people gonna be copping them. But now, like, it's rare. You ain't gonna see you see somebody with the same shoes you got on. You know, as a sneakerhead, that used to be my
That was
one of my
no.
main thing. That was my motive. Like, I want to get something
That
exclusive.
nobody got.
Ain't nobody else got. I ain't seeing you rocking them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And if you is rocking them, I'm gonna tell you, you can't rock them like me no way. So you know what I'm
Right.
saying? But that's always been my motivation. Like, yo, I want to get something that ain't nobody else got.
Mhm.
You know?
But you know, a simple trick we would do is just put your shit on ice for a while,
Right,
about
yep.
a year or two. Everybody else dirty up their 11s, then you
Yep.
come out busting your shit, and when everybody else is wearing the 13s, now you got the crispy 11s on.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Right.
So yeah, so that was the trick for that. But before that, you know, before everybody was getting on Jordans, yeah, you had to find those shoes that nobody really
Really rocked.
nobody rocked.
You know, one thing about I think the industry and the culture right now, I feel like it's been as wide open as it's ever been. And I say that if you when you're looking from the standpoint of there's a lot of shoe brands that have come up in the past, let's just say 5 years. And even if you look in the NBA and everything like that, you know, signing with Anta, the Way of Wades, I can't even name it. New Balance has all these. You just never saw that for the longest time. Like you went back, and you was talking about the Converse, and they're about to redrop the weapons too, that are coming out too. And it was always Converse. Who am I missing? Before it was Converse. Who was running before Nike? Was it Converse and Adidas?
Adidas, definitely
Yeah.
Converse, Adidas,
Yeah.
for the most part.
So it's kind of a breath of fresh air. Now you see, I see some individuals that try to be too overboard with it and how they try to, because now it's all the designers, the Balenciagas, the
Right.
LVs, and all those type of things. I mean, some of those designs, you buy them just because of the name, not because of the style of the shoe and everything like that, or the significance. Like I think a lot of things that we have is that these shoes, like us growing up, whether it was hip hop or just the significance that it played in our life while growing up and seeing things like that, where a lot of these brands don't have that. And speaking back, actually, and I'm really jumping back. Did I remember hooping? I had a pair of British Knights to hoop in.
That's the British Knights.
That's British.
The BKs.
Oh
yeah,
my
the BKs.
god!
They were sitting though, man. BKs were sitting when we was in school.
Yeah, at that point, I was strictly Nike, man. It's almost like I had a contract with Nike, man. I couldn't wear shit else. I did venture off in the 7th grade and got a pair of Run DMC Adidas. You know, when they came out with their own actual shoe, I got a pair of those. But that was it from 6th grade through probably college. It was strictly Nike and Jordans, outside of one pair of Adidas.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get my first Reebok until the questions.
Yeah, it was dope.
Well, I remember one thing about Adidas growing up, and I remember my dad. I remember he got a pair of Forums, and my dad's not a shoe person, and only thing was the acronym that they had for Adidas and everything like that. That was like the thing and everything like that. But now, I mean, there's like we was talking earlier. There's a couple pair of 3 pair of Adidas, no 2 pair, 1 pair. 2 pair of Adidas that I think that I really want. I do have 1 pair now, but dude, they never get any no foot time or anything like that. But
Yeah, I had to go back. Started with the shell toes, somewhere around early 2000s. Then I started going to the forums and whatnot. Yeah. Adidas got some good shit. Then I did get some Yeezys a little later in the shit. But yeah, I fucks with Adidas now. Now I'm not exclusively just Nike and Jordan, so I get what the fuck I like now.
Still dealing with the state of sneakers. This past weekend, SneakerCon went on, and the biggest thing that I've been hearing about, and again, for how you feel about them, 45 was at SneakerCon. Only thing that I have against that is like you ain't of the culture. Like you have no you don't care about the culture.
Right.
I mean, I feel like anybody you can sell or make or however you feel about them, keeping that all out of it. But the fact of the matter is, you just dropping to try to garner, whether it was political, but you have no attachment, no it you don't even care about it. You're being an
Yeah, he don't give
opportunist
a
off
shit.
of it.
He don't give a shit. And like you said, he just Coach Vulture is Dame
Yeah.
Dash for pretty much say selling some trash shoes, and people ate them up. They sold
They
out.
bought them, man. That's the thing. $399.
Yeah,
He had only a limited pair of 1,000. Sold it in 3 hours. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
So
I
they're
mean,
gonna restock.
they might. They got some
I'm
trash
sure they
shoes.
will.
I mean, they
Sure
look
they will.
horrible, but we know who the demographics is directed towards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I won't lie though. I'm gonna put it out there. If I see one of you brothers out there wearing them, I'm roasting you on point. You know, on point, right then and there.
Since you opened that can of worms, man, listen, I saw on Instagram, there's always one or two brothers,
Right.
and
They had the Trump 45
the
on.
man, and no, they had the shoes and had them, and one I forget which one. I want to say was there a pair of Carolina fours, blue fours?
From who?
That released.
Recently or what?
There, I forget. It was a Carolina blue Jordan.
Okay, yeah. Some out there.
They had him sign his signature.
Oh
on
yeah,
the,
I saw that. Yeah.
On the Jordans?
Yeah.
yes, on the toe box.
Right on the toe
Violation.
box.
I'm like,
Violation, man.
Yeah.
You gotta order.
I don't know.
I mean, that's what they like, man. You know what I'm saying? That's
I mean, you almost devaluing the J. I mean, it was a clean shoe too.
Yeah, I
Like,
definitely wouldn't do that.
yeah.
I wouldn't have done that.
maybe if it was his shoe and I had it,
It's his shoe, maybe.
then I would have. Well, then I would have definitely
Yeah.
done
man.
that.
I want the orange slice shoes, man.
No, hell no.
I want the orange man shoes, man. I'm good on them.
That's like shit. It's like getting Allen Iverson's autograph on your Jordans.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
I'll go back and get some lottos from my Marcus so I get them Trump 45.
I'm actually surprised. So was Lotto supposed to be a knockoff brand? Because
I think it's just where it came from.
Because I remember the streets used to talk about Lottos growing up. I never had any, but I remember the streets, along with the Diodora, it seemed like they was all in the same bucket.
Yeah, but it's where they came from.
Oh,
it's
okay.
like you can't run from, that, because you know how it be, man, back in the day.
Yeah.
Now, I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it's like,
as a kid, yeah, definitely.
You didn't want to be out. Nobody catch you with food stamps and stuff. Now, as an adult, I'd be like, man, let me get that green card, man, if you can, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but back then you used to be conscious about it, like
I'm just surprised that they had a negative.
Yeah, man, because they know they came from Marcus,
Gotcha,
man, and
gotcha.
much lying as I did,
Okay,
he ain't help it out, man. I should have just came clean. It was like, man, I got it. What I really should have did was listen to my mama, man. You know what I'm saying? That wisdom that she gave me, I was like, man, you don't know what you're talking about. These busting. I'm gonna be the man for at least a couple days up in the school with these joints.
You're the man around here.
Yeah,
I remember. I felt like that when I got my Royal Black and my Royal Ones. Back in the 6th grade, I remember coming into the locker room. It was like they called me my government name back then, but let's censor it for 2024. Like L got the tightest shoes in the locker room. I feel like the motherfucking man.
Right.
Point,
They looking at you like,
yeah, I do, don't I? Bad thing about them motherfuckers back then, I don't know. I haven't had a pair of Royals since, to be perfectly honest with you. But I remember every scratch up under it was like white leather. So my shoes getting all scuffed up, and it was like these tiger scratches on my Royals. And I don't know if that was just a Sky Jordan thing or what. But I was definitely, speaking of that, I was happy as fuck. My 7th grade, when my foot was big enough to get an Air Jordan.
I want to touch on one thing before we get to wrapping up here, and I want to say it's the old debate, and we did say before, where would you like of the Jordan 1, the highs, the mids, the lows, because I feel like you can always see how the marketing, how they're trying to push you towards a sneaker. And like you said, like what they're doing with the lows and everything like that. Because for a minute, I've heard people talk bad on the lows, but now you're starting to see more people with lows, and they're coming out with more colorways and things like that. So what's y'all feeling on that debate?
I think the reason the lows are getting some love again is because they're reproduced how they originally were with the Nike Air tag on them. The lows for a while just had the Jumpman logo on them, and that just that looks fucked up. Mids, and I'm not fucking with no mids, man. Not just because of what the masses say, but if you look at a mid one, the dimensions are all fucked up. The Wings logo doesn't look right, and it's just a nasty shoe. And what Nike did was they helped fuck up the mids. So you got the band colorway, right? Of the highs. Then they'll come out with a band colorway with the mids, but it's a little off. You know what I mean? The color blocking just a little bit off. So now you got people talking shit like, man, you wearing I wish I had the breads. You know what I mean? You rocking the I wish I had the Chicagos. No, but then they'll do the lows and it look just like the high. It's just a low cut form. So so Nike did that to the mids, man.
I've never looked, and on the record, I have a couple pair of mids, and I'm gonna wear them. It is what it is. What's your take on it, Dominic?
Man, like I got big feet, man, so I can't handle lows, man. You see my feet, but you see me. So I'm like, nah, man. I mean, 12 is the average size, but for some odd reason, and low tops, they look like homie the clown shoes, man.
Got on boats or something.
Right. So I don't knock the mids. My original preference would be the high top, OG high tops, but that's probably I fuck with the OG high tops and then the mids, but lows is like, I mean, I rock them. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, dog,
I love the lows. The lows make a perfect summer shoe with some shorts, low cut or no show socks. It's a perfect day for you right there. Yeah. That's why like around the Kobe 6s. That's when I damn near left Jordans for a while and started rocking with the Kobe's because that was a nice ass shoe for the summertime, man. Like it almost, it had a running shoe profile. It was so low cut.
Okay.
So I rocked that with, with the no shows, man. I'm sitting on the beach chilling and shit, man. You can't tell me nothing. The Kobe 6s. And that's my favorite Kobe, but we'll get into that at another point.
I think as I embark deeper on my journey of sneakers, with it, I do see myself transitioning, where it was basically open, whether it was going to be high, mid, or low, or whatever it was. Now I can see that the lows and the highs are in my future.
There you go.
I guess that's growth.
Come to the light side.
I mean, this is kind of like therapy. With that.
I mean, if like I said, if Nike would have handled the mids better, just came out with some nice original colorways, and then I think they would have got a nice rep. But they already had a knock against them because the silhouette just looks a little off. And then they had the knockoff. They were like knocks off of their own shoes, man. Like, how you gonna have a knockoff Chicago coming out here, man, with an extra splash of white somewhere? No, man, they ain't in Chicago.
So does that same theory apply to
the Gurney one?
Does that same theory apply to Dookies also?
What you mean, low top?
Like, because they have the high mids and the lows and Dookies.
So
take it.
So I don't know. From my hood, we call Dookies because they shit for shoes. They got that thick ass bottom. You can run motherfucking 12, 10 games of hustle a day in them motherfuckers the whole summer.
You're splatting on the ground.
Right. And you still may have a nice little sole on them, right? So with me, like that's a motherfucking combat shoe. You know what I'm saying? Like them all black Timberlands we call bitch kickers. Them motherfucking Air Force Ones. That's a rough ass shoe. So I rock them in lows because shit, the high is gonna be scratching up my motherfucking ankle and shit, man. So
and one difference between the Dookies and the Jordans is that each Dookie, low, mid, high, they all look different. They're meant to look different. The high got the, the wrap strap.
Yep, strap.
You know what I mean? The mid got the strap on the side.
Yep.
The lows ain't got one. So it's not like they're trying to mimic.
Right.
another, but the Jordan 1, they're trying to mimic the mids, trying to mimic the highs. It ain't working.
What about the prices on them mugs? Though?
I remember $64.99.
Man.
What's 164?
I remember when Dookies was 160 was 64.
Yeah, 64, yeah.
And they 115 now.
Years.
Man. Minimum 115.
Man, I'm just like, so the way you was talking about him, like, is Dookie a cop for you? Like, at least some white cocaine ones, like,
I bought 2 pair of the white gummy ones, all leather, and I had 2 pair of black gummy ones, all leather. I like them.
So they in play for you, okay?
Yeah, they in play because, like, shit, they damn like a boot. Especially in the winter time, you put them bad boys on, you good to go. But the white ones, like it was talking about, white pair, some shorts, polo, that's fresh.
Look.
Yeah, that's classic fresh look.
Classic Midwest look.
Right.
I stopped buying Dookies for a while. I don't think I really bought it. Well, outside of some all whites, I haven't probably bought a pair of Dookies in about 10 years of a non all white colorway.
Because there's so much more other stuff you could buy.
Yeah, at this point, I'd just rather get a Jordan 1 because it's the same look. You know what I'm saying? A little lower profile. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas saying, I at the time I never really noticed how thick a sole was. The sole was until I started rocking the ones. You put them side by side. Like, damn, that's a thick ass sole on the Air Force.
Man,
the Dookie got a thick ass sole.
Can we agree, or do y'all think that the Jordan 1 and the Dookie are the parent of the Dunks? So is the Dunks the child of those two?
No, Dunks always been out. They just we weren't like messing with them though. They were skateboarding shoes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's where you get the SBs from.
Right.
Skateboarding shoes.
Yeah, the Dunks came out after the Dunks look like a 1.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Except they look like a Dookie too.
They look like a Dookie too, though.
Yeah. But a Jordan looked like a Dookie. You know what I mean? Same shoe, except the sole's different.
Right.
But but with the Dunks, the only difference was, at least what we thought back in the day, is that the little shit flapped on the side. It's little flaps. So, but yeah, I remember when they first came out, they had the college colorways. They had the Michigans and shit. So, yeah.
And you still have them doing the I love to see the college colorways in Dookie, especially the HBCU ones.
Mm-hmm.
Those go hard for us. But I think we should put a pin and wrap it up here. I mean, y'all have any closing statements?
Any shoes you're looking forward to in the next month?
I'm gonna let you go so I can think about that.
Man, at first I wasn't looking at them, but then y'all brought them up. So them Jordan BC3s.
That's not the next month, though. That's the
like
holidays.
That's Christmas?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Man.
And Nike, why you thinking Nike? Please don't butcher it, man. Don't give us no suede Cement 3.
Right. Please don't. Please don't.
Give us the black version of the white version. Give us an aged black Cement 3. I'll take that.
You take that?
I'll take that.
Man, I gotta look up now.
So while he's thinking, I'm gonna go back on my LeBron hunt. I'm big into LeBrons. Nick's also big into LeBrons. Also, I mean, L got LeBrons too, but that's kind of like out of my collection. Actually, I was putting some stuff away yesterday. It was like LeBron. So I have some models.
How's your storage coming?
Oh, it's lovely. Got the closet redone. I'll post some pics. Make sure y'all check us out on IG also. Straight Laced MKE on IG. I'll post some pictures. But it came out nice. I've already run out of space, but
about how many does it hold comfortably?
Probably about 60 or so.
Okay.
But that's also the constraint of the size of that particular closet. So it's nothing I can really do.
Yeah.
And I put some other stuff into it also too. So, but it's nice. The biggest thing is that I have it set up so I have a stool in the middle and I can basically swivel around, get to all my shoes without having to get down and everything. And it's organized because I'm sure we all know the pain of having to look through boxes and things like that. But I want you to go with that, but I got a remedy for that too.
So all right. So I looked at them. Them foam positive eggplants come out next week.
Okay.
Them the ones I'm looking at. I like foam posits. It's a rough shoe too.
Yeah.
Very durable.
Yeah.
But I like that colorway.
Okay.
You know, sort of like a reflective color in a sense
Mhm.
with the clear bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, I like them. The choice I always wanted was like the penny foam posits, but you know, them bad boys is hard to find.
Right.
But yeah.
Okay.
Right. And my tidbit, and we're gonna get going here. I came up with a system, so with all the with all your shoes,
Mhm.
is the I have NFC tags, and I can
Okay.
program NFC tags.
Oh, for real?
And you all you have to do is just tap your phone to the box, and boom, you can either have the picture come up, or it could have. I shouldn't be putting this out here for everybody. I just thought about it, but anyways, that's what you can do. It makes it a lot easier because the tags are on the end of the box, and somebody get to
Right.
if they stacked and all that kind of stuff.
I had to stop with just simply you relying on tags, man. My eyesight started getting bad. I'm sitting up there like,
Right.
Readers.
The funny thing is, when I had my contacts on, I back then I didn't have bifocal contacts, so I couldn't really read shit. Without my contacts, it was fine. But when I put my contacts in, now I'm trying to look. So I started just writing on the box what the fuck it was.
Okay.
That's
dope.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're gonna put a pin in it there. Just want to thank everybody for listening in. Please make sure to follow us on IG again at Straight Laced MKE, and let me spell it because it's not straight. It's spelled traditionally like the word straight, but it's STRAIT. That's right, laced.
Yeah.
MKE. Follow us, give us a follow back. But until next time, we out of here.
Peace.
Yo.